Yep, just like Liz says, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. You can see by the boxes here, Tanner Banana is diabetic. She's been sick on and off since December. So now she's on a special diet. And as many of you guys know, the diabetic dog food is insanely, grossly expensive. Some of the best brands of dry dog food are $90 or more. And with me being semi-retired, I can't afford that. So I will be making Tanner Banana's meals, and I will be making them ahead. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. Unfortunately, I had to get one of these. I'm waiting for parts for my stove. So we're doing everything on one burner until my stove gets fixed, because the microwave and the stove top stopped working. So you can get your containers at Dollar Tree. There's 4 in a package of freezer containers, and they're just the right amount. So I buy the ground chuck when it's on sale at Kroger's for $1.99 a pound. This is the 3-pound package, and I use minute rice. This bowl here is the grease that I drain out of the hamburger. So I cook the hamburger, then I drain it, then I add water to it, and then I drain it into another dish, and I'll show you that step next. So cook the ground beef. So I'm going to drain it into this bowl. And this is the bowl with the grease after the initial cooking. Then I put water in it. 2 or 3 cups of water in it. And then I cook it for another 15 minutes. And then I strain it into a different dish, a big pan that I have. Strain it into that, and then I set it outside for the grease to harden on the top of it, because grease always floats up above the water. Okay, so the ground chuck is 80-20. Okay, so you're going to lose 20% of your weight that way. So I drain it with a colander so that the water and the grease go into this dish. Then I set it outside and wait for the grease to harden on the top. Then I skim it off with a big spoon, all the grease. And then I put a half a cup. You're going to have to check with your vet to see what he wants you to feed them if you want to make it yourself. Because you're going to save a lot of money. Okay? So, I have 4.5 ounces. Tanner weighs 76 pounds. So I have 4.5 ounces of ground beef or chicken that's been boiled and deboned. Then a half a cup of low-carb vegetables. Tanner will only eat broccoli and green beans. So I've got some in the freezer already with broccoli. The broccoli is just boiled like you normally would. Not blanched, boiled till it's tender. Drained, and then put a half a cup in each one. And then I put a third of a cup of rice in each one. Cooked rice that's already been cooked. Label it, freeze it. And that's all there is to it. It's time consuming, but you can do things while the stuff's cooking on the stove. And then what I used, instead of going out and buying a special scale, I just used my postal scale. You put your container on the postal scale and then turn it on, and it will give, and then it reads as if it's 0. Add your food in. I add the meat in, and I crumble the ground beef up as I'm putting it in till it gets to 4.5 ounces. So that's what we're starting at. I'm sure when she's more active in the summer, that she'll probably require a little more than that. But I mean, she used to be a 90-pound dog, and we brought it down to 76, but she's still diabetic. So, but always double check with your vet to make sure this is okay. You know, find out what he wants you to use. Another thing that people don't realize, Tanner Banana has been on Glucosamine Chondroitin for 3 years now. And I had to pick up medicine for me one day when I had a cold. And I asked the pharmacist, do I have to buy is there a difference between doggy glucosamine chondroitin and people? And he said, no, the price. That's the difference. So I buy this for Tanner Banana. See, it'll focus. This is by Rite Aid, and every month, Rite Aid has buy one, get one free of their dietary supplements. And I make sure I get the capsules. And that way you can open them up and mix them in the juice. So each one of these has got a half a cup of juice in it. So we'll take them out of the freezer in the morning and let them thaw out, or the night before, whatever meal it is. Because they got to have red meat for at least one meal a day. Tanner gets breakfast and she gets dinner. So this will be thawed out. You'll drain that into the dog dish. Open up your capsule, put that in there. Stir it up, and then I make sure I warm up the food a teeny bit and put it in her dish. And she's a happy camper. She loves it. She's had chicken so far, but I know she loves beef. So I give her chicken and rice in the morning with vegetables, and at night she gets beef and rice with vegetables. But as I said, double check with your vet first. Every dog is different. Rice is kind of high in carbs, but every time we tried to change, Tanner, when she was a puppy, was on lamb and rice. I tried to change her to a low-fat dog food, and she had seizures. So we had to keep her on the lamb and rice. So this is why we're doing the rice. And I'm doing the vegetables because I don't want her to have problems not being able to go to the bathroom. So just a thought, and hopefully some tips that might save you some money. This saved me a ton. I think these cost me $11.99 each when they're not on sale for 60 capsules, and she gets one in the morning and one at night. But that's after being on it for 3 years. We had to up the dose. So check with your pharmacist. Ask your pharmacist if they can get you capsules. And that'll save you a ton of money. $11.96 for a month's worth, as opposed to $30 to $50. So that's an incredible savings. So I just thought I'd pass on some tips that I'm using. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching.